Hi, good morning, people of this universe. Sometimes my anxiety is really bad. Well, my anxiety has been really bad lately. This is the fit, so I just want to come on here. Wait, I'm jumping a lot. Let me breathe. I just wanted to come on here and talk. I'm about to turn 19. I'm kind of weirded out by that. I also feel like I'm in a weird spot right now in my life where I'm really, really young. A lot of the things that I want to do, model and just that space and environment is really hard to be in because a lot of the people I'm surrounded with have their own houses, have cars, and I don't even have I have access to a big girl job, but I don't have one yet. Or they have big people jobs, and they're making money, and they have they have adult shit, and I live in a dorm, and I just moved out here, so obviously I'm not gonna have all of that, but I feel really bad because I'm I'm not there yet. But these people have 3-4 years on me, and 3-4 years is a lot of time. My mind changes a lot in one day, so imagine where I'm gonna be in 3-4 years. That was a lot. But yeah, so I've been really anxious. I found that smoking rose petals really helps my anxiety, and breathing, because I forget to do that. And a lot of the times when I get really anxious, I just kind of don't breathe, and I forget to do that. And bitch, you gotta breathe. And surrendering to the angst, surrendering to the feelings that I may not want, or I may not want to have space for, but they're here, and I need to make space for them, you know what I mean? I feel living on this campus and looking like this is really hard for me. It's been really hard for me to be okay with, and it's been really hard for me to navigate, and it's been really hard for me to just be okay, this is the space that I just happen to live in. Hold on, I'm trying to find a place to put it. So yeah, so, and I want to be in the sun too, so. But yeah, why is it doing that? Yeah, it's just been really hard, even going to get food and leaving my dorm. And so a lot of the times when I'm having these problems, when I first came to campus, I was having a really hard time being black, or just being different, or being whatever. And and also I'm kind of sick. My immune system is immune, it's fucking I'm getting that freshman sickness every few months or every few weeks, and it's a lot. Being sick is a lot. Having to regulate my snot is a lot. It's a lot. And with COVID, a bitch can't cough and feel uncomfortable, so what's going on? But what was I saying? Yeah, oh, so in the beginning of the semester, last semester, one thing that I found, I always would feel so bad talking about the shit that I'm going through, but it's you have to talk about it to get over it. So as many times as I can talk about the fact that I have anxiety, eventually it will be gone. And not my anxiety, but my anxiety, because my anxiety is ever changing. It's probably gonna be here for the rest of my life. Regardless of if my family wants to admit it, it's definitely something that's been passed down. And just I'm gonna have to figure out how to navigate my anxiety. My kid is gonna have to figure out that if they have anxiety too, and they get it from me and stuff. And so I'm figuring it out day by day, and it's probably never gonna go away. I get very anxious about a lot of things, but I can be less anxious about certain things. And like my way of doing that is like talking about it. And so my first semester, when I was like really struggling with, like, I feel like this space is a racist space, like San Diego State University, being here is like really hard on my anxiety, and it's really hard to just like exist and live and be and breathe and not feel uncomfortable taking up space. And like I'm like actively teaching myself how to feel comfortable taking up space and in this like environment where like I'm the minority. And so one thing that I did a lot was I talked about it to like every person that I met. I was talking about like my experience being here. And at first I was like, oh, I'm doing it because like I want to spread awareness, like it's an act of spreading awareness, but it was also like an act of therapy for me. And like just like talking about my anxiety and how like sometimes I cannot leave my dorm to go get food because the idea of like people staring at me or perceiving me or just like I don't know, people's faces are so mean here and like cold, and it's so isolating. And yesterday, like I was on the phone, so there was like a good like 5 minutes where I didn't have my headphones in, and like I didn't have my headphones for like a good 4 weeks, and I was just like listening to the air. But like when I don't have my headphones, I'm more like I'm realizing that like people actually have like conversations around me and they just don't talk to me. And so that was like hard for me to like realize that like it's not in my head, because sometimes I'd be feeling like, oh, like you're being dramatic, like, you know, because sometimes I'll go out and like people do say hi to me or people do smile to me, but it'll be like specifically like people that I'm like, bitch, we literally follow each other on social media, like there's no reason why I'm smiling at you and you're just like staring at me, or you're not even like acknowledging me. And so like it'll be like little stuff like that, like that's not like all the time, but it'll be like little stuff like that. And like it really takes a toll on me. It takes a toll on me to like leave my dorms and like be stared at, not talked to, not smiled at or whatever. And sometimes it's like so bad where I just like I don't even want to go get food. I don't even want to like feed myself because like it's that bad. But like I'm gonna talk about it because bitch, what the fuck? Like, that shit is terrible. Like the fact that I can't even leave my dorm without smoking or or without like being high, or without like little things, or like without taking my meds, which I take hydroxyzine, but it's like on a, it's like, or it says take 1 tablet by mouth once daily as needed for anxiety or panic symptoms. So I get like really bad panic attacks, so like I just pop a pilly when I'm like panicking, or like when I feel like just this deep like tension right here in my chest. It's like really bad. And so I've been trying to navigate that, especially like when I have my hair out naturally. It's like really hard because people do stare, because I know I'm probably for a lot of people the first Black person they've seen in their life, and so they're gonna stare naturally. But like, babes, I have anxiety and mental health issues, so like people staring at me and I don't know why, like especially when I'm in a bad, like when I'm in not the best mood, like someone looking at me, and they could be looking at me for any reason, like they could literally be looking at me and they could be like, oh, she looks like so beautiful and pretty. I just like automatically, like my brain is like, oh, they're looking at you and they're making fun of you, or they're looking at you and they're talking shit about you, or they're looking at you and they're like, you know, being weird or whatever. And so that's like really frustrating because, you know, I don't want to have that outlook on life or anything like that, but I am my experiences, and I've been bullied like throughout my whole life, so it's really hard for me to not like assume the worst 9 times out of 10. And so, and even like I talk to like my other friends who are white and they just like dress a little bit differently or whatever, and they like are saying like their anxiety is bad, so like what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like it's bad. But yeah, I just like kind of breathe. I wear my headphones or like listen to music, which helps like a lot. I wear sunglasses. I actually broke my sunglasses, which like I bought some more, but I'm trying to look where they're at. I wear sunglasses like a lot. Like I just wear them like so that I won't like be looking at people when people are looking at me. And those are some things that I do to help my anxiety when it gets really bad, especially being in like a PWI space. Another thing is like definitely utilizing like it's really hard to utilize like the school psychology, but I like literally went up there and was like crying. I was like, y'all, like I need help. Like you bitches need to help me today. And they're like, okay, like let's help her. But yeah, I just feel like talking. So right now, end the sun out and like I'm doing my schoolwork. And I'm gonna post this. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. Thanks for sharing the space with me and like listening to me speak. And I don't know, I want everyone to be happy, but like also happiness is not all the feelings that you can feel. I want everyone to surrender to uncomfortability. That's like one of the things that I want to do this year is like just surrender to like feelings that are hard for me to feel, surrender to thoughts that I may not want to think, that I be pushing away. Like I just want to surrender to everything, because like I don't have to have a negative or positive feeling about anything. I could just be like, that could just be the thought. Like you could just think the thought and not feel anything about it. It just can be there. And like I just want to surrender to the idea that like my thoughts are my thoughts and they're gonna be thoughting and I don't have to do anything about them. But anyways, like I said, sorry, I'm like obsessed with myself. Like see, like I love myself, but like it's really hard to love myself when I leave this dorm. Like genuinely, because motherfuckers be making me feel like I'm ugly. Like being here, it's hard to not it's hard to not be like, damn, like am I ugly? And even if I was ugly, why does that matter? Like why should I care about how like people perceive me? I should only really care about like me. Like if someone actually wants to be around me for like who I am as a person and not the way like I look. But like the way you look gets you places sometimes. But I don't want it to get me places. So I'm actually fine with people not liking the way I look. But I don't think people don't like the way I look. I just think I feel like that because of how like isolated I am here. Anyways, I wanna like I should do this like every morning. Like just like I feel like better. Like getting these out my brain. Also, it's been so ugly outside. Like the rain here, like sunny California, who? Bitch, it's not here. Bitch, it's sunny and hot in Florida. And also, I'm a Florida fiend now. Hate on me if you want, but I'm from the swamp and I love it there. And this California shit is not fun. Sometimes it is fun, but sometimes it's not. And it's really hard. But yeah. I'm gonna go. I hope everyone has a good day. Say your prayers. Think. Just be grateful. Be grateful. Thank people for little shit because the little shit matters. It really does. And wish me a happy early birthday. Goodbye. Forever. I just look so good, like I don't want to go. But it's okay, I gotta go. Bye.